Next.
What's next?
Are we gonna talk about the movie?
Yeah, the movie.
Don't worry, darling.
Gio could start.
I watched that one.
Yeah. What is it about?
Let's see. Without giving anything away, it's about this I guess kind of more newlywed couple. They kind of been working for like the husband has been working for this kind of company that's
Like set in the 50s, right?
Yeah, 50s. That's trying to, they don't really say what they do, but they say it's important. They're like innovating stuff for the future and stuff. It's the 50s, everything's, innovating and stuff. Mm-hmm. So since it's set in the 50s, all the men go to work, all the women stay home. Mm-hmm. Then certain things start happening to one of the ladies in the neighborhood. And then slowly it also starts affecting our lead character. And then certain things start becoming to light. Yeah. We'll just leave it at that. It's been like
Did we say the name of the movie?
Don't worry, darling.
So the movie is, Don't Worry, Darling. I thought you had mentioned it.
Yeah.
Who's me?
Oh,
okay. Yeah. I'm iffy on this movie.
Ooh, spicy.
Super in?
No, I think I might be an out.
Ooh, sexist.
No. Like, it was all right. Like, I didn't hate it. Then, like, fully like it's fine. Like, it's a fine movie. Like, I don't know. Maybe you guys can convince me a little bit more, but like, I'm just kind of like,
it was
middle
a
of the
movie,
road.
right?
Yeah.
It's a movie.
It's a movie that you want to go see in the theater. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think the movie gets built up more because of all the beef that happened off.
Yeah, the cheese man.
Yeah. Or it's just like, it's fine.
It's a movie.
Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing like...
You might be right, huh?
Nothing like super... Was it... Because you kind of see it coming, what happens at the end, but slightly different.
What does happen at the end?
Don't give it away.
Well, after we talk about it, we can either drop a spoiler alert and then just mention it. But yeah,
go for it.
I think I'm gonna go with an out as well. I'm not like super in on it, I'm not an in and I'm not a delete because I'm in the middle with the how it made me feel. It made me feel like it was like you were saying, like it's so funny how that guy described it. It's a movie. It's like.
It's the nicest thing you can say about
this thing. Like there's so many good actors, right? Well, I know
Harry Styles is definitely not one of them.
Okay. This is an.
No, I didn't mind him. Like I didn't.
Like I think.
Well, compared to who the alternative was,
I think Frances is like too good. I think she's like really, really good, and I think.
Wait, who?
Who's Frances?
Florence. Miss Flo.
Florence is really good. That I think it was like we didn't see potential, or we saw like a bunch of bullshit happen in the movie where like it was supposed to trip you out, but it was like out of nowhere and it didn't really do anything. Well, in my opinion, you know how like. There's like little things where like she's getting trapped or whatever. All that wasn't working. I don't know why.
Was it weird enough for you?
It wasn't weird enough. Maybe it could have been weird. It is weird, but
then the movie didn't go deep enough into the weirdness.
It didn't get that deep for some reason. Something was missing. I don't know. Maybe you guys could figure it out. But something was missing that it didn't. And it was like it felt long as well too. There was points where it kind of got. A little bit cool, but not like I was like hooked. I was literally in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie. I would pan to the exit sign. I would like. There's a lot of times, but I thought it was just me being like.
No, I think in this one I did glance at my watch.
Yeah, because I was like, "What's going on here?"
You check your emails.
It sucks because it's if you really think about it, the story. Has potential, but something was fucking off for me. I don't know. You guys.
America.
I'm gonna delete it.
Wow.
Whoa, damn.
Because it wasn't entertaining enough. It wasn't weird enough. There wasn't really anything pretty to look at. Sure, everyone looks nice in their cocktail dresses and stuff, but I don't think like cinematography wise, it was a flex. You know, it was kind of what you'd expect of a movie like this or set in this time, and it didn't really like do too much. They're in the desert.
Yeah.
Like you expect to see like some fun shit, you
It's
know, something
Palm
really
Springs.
nice, like some, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like a very,
It is Palm Springs. Like it's not like
you'd expect to see like landscape and stuff, you know, and it keeps you in the suburbs. It literally keeps you inside the house, and it's boring.
Well, that's what it's supposed to, right?
I guess, but it just, we go and we see this giant fucking molehill. It's not really
Yeah.
even interesting to look
Yeah,
at.
and when it starts getting trippy,
Harry Styles, it's not trippy at all.
Yeah.
It's like what,
Like-
like
because there's so much buildup, but like there's so much buildup about like this company or whatever, this dude.
and then you never,
but it just kind of just stops there. There's no
yeah.
like it's like it's not that big, right? Or I don't. What is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Robert,
but
you're next.
Harry, I never even finished my review.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus.
Harry Styles sucks so bad.
Oh,
Why does his accent fall off?
Oh, it does.
Because he first
It
starts
does.
off as an American, and then
No?
yes, his accent is not whatever the fuck he is. It's like more American, and then it starts turning into British or whatever the hell he is, and then they call him.
that's why I said like
It just doesn't make sense. And then
unless they try to dial it back a bit, and then because I'm not really sure exactly how like he talks. Like like what his
Harry
accent,
Potter
like how
probably.
yeah, like how thick his British accent is. That
So
they
is he
maybe
just
like try
trying
to
to, like, okay.
dial it down a little bit
Maybe.
for Americans or whatever too, so they can understand him. Like
I have a theory, but I'll save it.
I think this movie wanted to be what movie called? What is it? The Grass is Greener or something. It's weird. It's a weird movie. It's about suburbia and having kids and wives and things. And it's weird. It's weird. They like give away their kids at some point. I think something about teeth. I don't know. He didn't like it, but it was one of those. It's kind of
I
like
watched it.
Lynchian a little bit. Like it's everything is normal, but it's not. Everything's just a little bit crooked, you know.
Yeah,
And that's what this movie was supposed to be, and it just wasn't.
I didn't really feel it.
No.
So I don't know.
So yeah, Robert.
Loved
like
it.
the wild card.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
Well, I
loving
was like
it.
the one in the little group chat that was like all up on the cheese man.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
you
I
were
was
coming
like,
all over
I
that
was
shit.
in that. Like,
you were pumping
I
out the
was
cheese,
so
man.
because you know that's literally my day job.
your professional
right?
job is
and I
pumping
just
out
got
cheese.
That's
so
awesome.
involved in it.
Yeah.
That's
But
awesome.
I firmly believe, even because there's plenty of movies with cheese man, like
Yeah.
directors being douchebags or whatever. You know, I firmly believe that once you walk in, you shut all that out, or you should,
Yeah.
man, to just judge the movie on its own merits, right? Oh, here's the thing. I agree with pretty much 100% of what's been said. But me, sitting in that theater, I was like, I had a decent time.
You
So
did.
I'm going to be an in.
Damn.
Here's the
Yay.
thing. You guys already said it, right? It's like about like this suburban life. It's supposed to be like a commentary on that time, you know, fine, right? But obviously there's a twist, right? And it's supposed to be like this really profound, like deep, like comment on feminism and all that shit, you know. The movie thinks it's like really making a statement, but it's, you know, when it gets
Like, it's very
revealed, it's like,
superficial.
yeah, exactly, right? It doesn't really have, the movie's not as deep as it thinks it is, right?
No.
But for me, I was like, okay, yeah, it wasn't weird enough, but what I took from this movie, it's like, okay,
You deleted.
this is like something you would have seen in the Twilight Zone back in the day, you know?
Like a
It's
simple
if you watch a
episode.
lot of the episodes of the Twilight Zone, a lot of them are really dated, and you could tell. So it's like something you would have seen back then, and it's like something that M. Night Shyamalan would do, where he thinks he's doing something
Well,
all
that's
crazy.
like was it old or
But the
whatever that
thing
movie
is, like,
was?
I
Yeah.
like those movies, you know?
Did you like?
Yeah,
Old?
I did. You know? And this movie is not like Midsummer, where it's like really fucking in your head. That's
Yeah.
what it should have been, right? It's not that. But I had enough. Just enough. Yeah, a lot of the things that happened, like, why did that happen? You know?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
literally had nothing to do with
Nothing.
anything. By the time it got to the reveal, it was like, sure, fine.
Oh.
You know? It's not like this grand statement,
I
you
remember
know?
now how it ends. It's
Yeah,
very 50. No, what is it?
That's the thing about the movie on the negative. It's like it acts like it showed you something super weird, but it's like it's an airplane, you know.
Yeah.
It never really got to that. It should have been bolder, you know.
Yeah.
Show
Way
us
more.
something, you know.
Yeah, and
to
then-
put it, because you mentioned it, like Miss Flo, she is a great actress, right?
Yeah.
She's selling all the shit that's like barely skin deep.
Yeah.
You know?
Nothing like
And
really there.
you mentioned Harry. He didn't really bother me, but when you have this guy who's like, this is his second movie, and his first movie he had like one line. You
What
know,
was his first movie? He's in another
Dunkirk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but he had like one line in it. You know, which is fine. When you have this guy who's a beginner up against a fucking, that's like me boxing Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like very apparent.
Maybe Shy would have been better.
Yeah, and with you, I was in like, they were laughing at him and stuff, and I was like, okay, it's not that bad. You know, if it wasn't for all the cheese, man,
it was
they
pretty
wouldn't
bad.
be judging him. Normies
But-
would not be judging this performance
true.
that
yeah,
bad. But no, wait. Just I'm trying to describe what I liked about the movie. It's hard for me to put into words, so I'm just gonna let this guy say it.
You know, my favorite thing about the movie is like it feels like a
movie.
movie.
A movie.
It feels like a real like
His accent.
you know
Real life movie.
go to the theater film movie that
Yeah, he
you
sounds
know
kind
you,
of like
you kind
a
of the reason why you go to watch something on the big screen.
So you guys mentioned his accent, and the theory that I had was like, because it does go like in and out, right? But in the reveal, they kind of tell you why. I was like, they're just trying to hide the fact that he can't act, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't really work to what they're trying to say it does.
yeah.
Also,
Dude,
the end, the way he looks at the end, I was just like, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
that,
And
that,
it's-
no, I'm not
That
buying
was Shia.
It's crazy. They're like, just make him look like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
that would have made sense.
No,
It's
but
weird that it's a sci-fi movie at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it what?
Well,
Didn't get any of. I mean, yeah, sure, it is.
You
a sci-fi
always
the
kind
rest
of,
of-
it's
the
just
rest of
not
the time, but it just-
executed very well.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
You know?
Because I was gonna say about like old, it has a lot of I guess it makes you feel like scared of situations. Like, whoa, what's actually going on? You actually question it. Like,
Old is better than this.
yeah. But like, because you were gonna say like, because you said
M. Night Shyamalan.
yeah, and how he makes you feel like, what is going on, you know? And this one, you kind of didn't give a fuck. Like, what the? I don't even.
It's just like there's things that happen, and the story is very paper thin. It's wafer thin,
Yeah.
you know, and it's stretched out so much, and you don't really know why it's moving the way it's going, you know. And then when things like reach a climax, you're like, there's things happen, characters do things. It's like that character was barely even in it, and now
Yeah.
they're doing
Yeah.
something. You're like,
It-
no,
It's pretty whack.
yeah.
So
But I had a good time. You did, yeah.
Florence's performance was like on autopilot
this is another
because she
movie
wasn't directed
Yeah.
well.
Oh,
enough.
that's true. That's
Because
true. That's
you know what she
needed.
does? She goes like,
needed.
and that's just her whole the whole time in the movie
Doing the
because
faces,
it wasn't and it sucks because she's a good actress, you know, but just there was nobody
Dude,
to direct her.
This
there.
is another one we kind of went in the middle too, no?
What do you mean?
Like in the theater, we went in the middle.
Oh yeah, no one was there.
No one was
Yeah.
there.
Same.
You too?
No, mine was
Correctly,
packed.
I think it was
packed,
just me
yeah.
in that one.
It was just you.
It was you and all the rest of the cheese men.
I went
editors
on,
that were in
yeah.
Burbank.
I went on opening day, and it was all full of cheese mares.
Oh,
you
and
could
it
tell
is
'cause
Burbank.
everybody was laughing at fucking Harry and stuff.
That's
you know?
fucked up.
Yeah.
I went to Southgate at like noon 30 or
Southgate?
so. Yeah, I was like, what? Oh, is it? Yeah, and there was just like nobody there. And to be fair, there was nobody there. Like at
Nobody's
the,
gonna watch it in Southgate. Come on.
at the movie theater. Yeah, I was just like, I went in there. It was just like, I had picked my seat somewhere. I was just like, there's nobody fucking in here. So like, I moved to the middle. I was just like,
Yeah, that's exactly what we did.
Yeah, I, you know,
Oh, you
I
know-
give it I engraved it, grading it on a curve. Give it a pass because it reminded me of something you would have seen on Twilight Zone in 1950. You know,
Yeah.
not in 2020.
But shorter.
well,
shorter. Yes, that's true.
I was gonna say too that when we're in the middle, I guess in the side there was like a lady. Remember the lady?
Oh, falling
She
asleep.
fucking started snoring, dude. And she was not into it. People, I think, like way in the back, we were leaving already because I was like, dude, I'm out, you know, when it's over.
Yeah.
And fucking people were still like knocked out with their
Damn.
cobijas and shit. And I was like, damn, like, see, it didn't. It's supposed to work because I know old worked and the old wasn't even as good.
Old sucked. I
It-
hated
you
old.
know, like old sucked, but I think it worked better.
Yeah, because like on this one, you have a dude that's like freaking Hank Scorpio from The Simpsons. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, you want that. Like Hank Scorpio was better than Chris Pines' like whole character in this movie.
So yeah, well, at least we got a name.
Yeah, but it's a very like Like
Would you
I said, I
recommend
agree.
it?
I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But I
recommend
tell
it.
people, like, what do you want out of this? You know, what do you want
Yeah.
out of it? You know?
Goodbye, I never want to see you again.
So the next movie that we're gonna talk about is a Netflix movie about Marilyn Monroe called Blonde.
Wait, Blonde was in September?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Fuck.
We're only a few days into October.
Yeah,
It's okay.
came out September 28th on Netflix and 16th as the limited release.
We could have talked about this at the end.
No, let's get it out of the way now.
Okay.
So this is a fictional telling of Marilyn Monroe's life. It's based on a book that's supposed to be the memoirs of Marilyn Monroe.
Norma Jean.
I heard.
But
Yeah,
that book
Norma
is also
Jean.
fake.
You know what?
Yeah, that's why I
heard-
said like it's
Yeah.
like fictional memoirs, whatever. Like it's.
Yeah.
I think there's some very.
I don't know, man. I heard it was the top 10 greatest movies of all time.
That's
Was
because
that
it's
from
on
the
Netflix.
director himself.
That's off of Netflix because it's like top 10 movie. Because I guess everybody was watching it. That doesn't count.
Oh god.
You got confused.
Yeah. I'm out delete territory,
Oh,
man.
come on.
I guess I'll delete it.
Because there's nudity, huh? Nasty ass.
Like she's
It did enough for him.
like she was all right, whatevs. But the movie, like, there's no story. Like it's just loosely,
27 beatings of Marilyn Monroe.
yeah, more or less. It's just
And
like
34 rapes.
loosely linked events. That's it. Like
Based on photographs.
like she just like slowly, yeah. It looks nice. Like some of the cinematography is like nice, whatever. I think you do kind of like get like we're saying, like it seems like they did recreate something from photographs. It's like you see an image, you're like, wait, why does that look familiar? Because like you've seen
It's
a
literally
yeah,
a
you've seen a
copy.
picture of that, yeah.
Just look at the picture.
More or less, that gave you
Yeah.
more. That picture would have more story than this movie. Yeah, like I said,
That's a
it's
good one.
very, very loose. Like she literally meanders drunkenly through events,
Naked.
naked at times. Yeah,
Hell yes.
but yeah, there's like no real substance to this. It tries to tell you that she was glorified by glorifying her in this movie, which is kind of weird. And
Did it glorify her?
well, it just doesn't work. It doesn't. It's kind of pretentious.
Kind of.
Kinda.
It's pretentious, and it could have done a lot better, done her more, like, actually do her justice if that's really what you kind of wanted to do.
Yeah.
Merc?
Delete, please. Deleted. This movie was scary. Like, legitimately scary. I was like, why do we just keep seeing her beaten and raped? Like, when are we going to see Marilyn? Like, it's like
Yeah.
she doesn't speak in the movie.
Yeah. She's not even a
What?
character in her
Like,
own
they
movie.
made this movie to beat her up and rape her.
Mhm.
It's
Like, they wanted to see her destroyed. Like, I
Well,
don't understand
I think it-
why. And I didn't finish it because it was just like scary.
I think it was supposed to create pity that is like this happened to her and all that stuff, but but that's it. Like it doesn't. It
I don't
just
think it
throws
wants.
that at
I
you.
don't think it wants you to feel sad for her. I think it wants you to enjoy watching like
Yeah,
a
it's
beautiful
very-
woman get destroyed.
It
Like I think it's
fetishizes it,
I
yeah.
think it's like some kind of torture porn. Like legitimately, like I think that's why this was made, and it kind of gets away with everything under the guise of like, wow, it was beautiful. Sure, but you even cheated at that because it's literally based on photographs. Nothing came out of your mind that was original, sir. Like it's based on a fake book. The look
Fake
is
book.
fake book, and it's based like the actual imagery is like based on photographs. So like, what the fuck did you pull here, sir? What happened? How did this happen? There literally is no story. It's scary. Next.
Yeah. I guess I'll go next.
Oh, okay.
I went last. Yeah, this is a delete. Deleted. It's just so it's hard. I want to be as negative as I can because this is really, really, really something else. Because it tries to tell you that it's not like it's not like a biography because it's like it's a fictional story, you know, as if that kind of gives it permission to do all the shit that it does.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, no. So what is the intent here?
Yeah.
Simply to show somebody suffering for 3 hours? Because it is 3 hours.
Literally 3 hours.
it is.
It's like she's literally crying naked the whole movie. That's the movie.
Naked, drinking, and taking
for
pills
what?
for
And you
3
get
hours.
the fetus has more of a say in this
Yeah.
movie than she does.
To me, honestly, this is more degrading to women than any like porn movie like ever made. You know, because it's like it's so damn pretentious. That's the bad thing, right? It's so pretentious. It has, and it thinks it's saying something like profound, like, you know, don't worry, darling. But it literally has no shred of human emotion. Not a single one piece of human emotion in the whole movie. And you need that to feel something, to feel bad, to feel, or else like what? It's like watching fucking Saw, when they're just chopping each other up, with no story. Yeah. That's the equivalent of this. Yeah. It's so, it's bad. This movie is so damn bad. It literally has a scene. It's like, when we were talking about that monologue in Pearl, where it's just like one unbroken shot. Great. Well, this one has the equivalent of that, but of her giving a blowjob to John F. Kennedy.
Yep.
Did you not get there?
No, I think I was like maybe
it's
like
in the
an
last
hour
40 minutes.
15 maybe.
Because it touches on, because you know
much.
how she had like maybe like a relationship with him. So there's this scene where she goes to like the White House, right? And he's like on the phone. He's like, yeah, I gotta do this and that. And she's like trying to talk to him, and he's like, no, just jerk me off. So she starts jerking him off, right? And he's like, no. And he puts her head down. Yeah. And then it just cuts to this shot of her sucking the dick for like 5 minutes, saying like, you need to swallow. You need to swallow. I'm not making this up. Like, swallow or else he's gonna think like you're a piece of shit. Yeah. Like, swallow. And she's just sucking the dick.
She's pretty much close up. She's hyping herself up, saying like, you got to take one for the team because he's the president.
That happens in the movie.
If this man told us that he wanted to make like a fetish porn, like some kind of degradation, like brutalization porn, like I would have been like, okay, I see what you're doing. Yeah, because like, can't say that this is anything else.
Because they attempted to. The attempt was to try to show
this is so
Norma Jean and Marilyn, like the two personas.
But it doesn't show any. There's no human being in this movie.
Literally, there is no
that's where
in
it
this
fails.
movie that is hers.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is beyond horrible. Beyond anything, any bad thing you could do in a movie. It probably is the worst movie.
And like some of the quotes that have come out from like what the intent was, they're like, yeah, you did the opposite of that.
Ricardo, did you love it?
Here we go.
Well, it's the only movie that has had boobs so far, so he's gonna be in.
That's true.
No, I gotta delete this one too. Deleted. It's literally I don't even know when the movie started. Like, you know how like
there's no story.
There's no nothing. It's just like happening, and then she talks like this. You know,
with
it's like, what is going on? What's going on? And I was like, when is the movie actually like, okay, a movie? No. It's just literally like montages and fucking going back and forth. And it's
to quote, an avalanche of images and events.
I bet, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So it's hard to watch and pay attention. Like literally, like you're watching it and then you're kind of like,
yeah, you're just like, oh, your tit is out.
Yeah. Because this was bad, and it sucks because she is she's a good actress, right? But this is not working. This is not working for her. Yeah. And like this fucking guy said that it's top 10 greatest films.
He's up his own ass.
What's up? Yeah. What's up with this guy?
I think he's trolling,
No, I think he truly believes it.
Really?
Yeah.
What's up with this guy?
Yeah, was it?
He literally
he's like
thinks
that. You know what he is? When you were in film class, there's always that kid who's very artful. He's very good.
Yeah.
but just nothing else but beautiful images.
Yeah,
You know?
If you looked at him, you'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
dude, you know what it reminded me
What does
of?
he look like?
Literally reminded me of.
Turd.
Of course.
It remind. What are you showing?
He looks like the fucking thing from Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
the little
come
evil
on.
thing.
Yeah.
What is the evil thing called?
Smeagol?
That thing.
No, literally, it reminded me of a bad. Sorry, Robert. A bad Terrence Malick movie.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
He was the assistant editor for Terrence Malick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because doesn't it
He's
remind
trying
you?
to do what
You know what it
Terrence
reminded me
Malick
of?
does.
Song to Song.
Is that the one that I said was shot in?
And it was just like images. I get it. You're trying to be
No, that
fucking
movie
beautiful.
is so much
No, but
better.
I get it. No, I get it. But like, you get it. Like this is like beautiful. I get it. But when is the movie gonna start? When are you gonna give me a story? When are you gonna like do stuff? And no, this movie gave me complete. It's
Yeah,
time.
She's very
take out the
one-dimensional.
trash.
She's
Yeah.
literally just like body. That's it.
Yeah.
Like
and
I think one scene where she actually like sounded smart, and that was it. When she's like talking about the play, that was
She
it.
can't be. Okay, look, we could all agree that Marilyn Monroe's life is probably very tragic, right?
Yeah,
but
like
show us that. We need to see the good, because there had to have been something good that happened to her for her to go through that, right? Yeah. It's not all like fucking just crying.
No,
you know?
we gotta
like,
get her.
You
like,
gotta
be a
get
person.
her. Yeah, you have to have her be a human being.
Yeah, and
you
it's
know?
fucked up because they
It
don't
is a
show
lot
that.
like the Elvis movie, where it's just nothing.
Yeah,
It's just
nothing,
very
dude.
surface level.
Yeah.
like nothing.
But
At
because
least
he's a
Elvis
girl.
tricked us into watching a movie about another man, and there was still
Yeah.
kind of a story.
Well, that one
but
had
this one's
music
just-
to it, so you're like, at least you can kind of sing along to
Yeah,
some of
yes.
the Elvis
And
songs.
yes.
you know another thing that pissed me off too, when Joe DiMaggio comes out, you know, the guy they got to play him is like a very handsome man, you know. Joe DiMaggio is like a tall, lanky, like yokel. You know, he's supposed to be ugly, yeah.
let
Look
me
at
look
Joe
him up
DiMaggio.
now.
He looks like Cletus.
Cletus.
Ew, The Simpsons.
Simpsons.
The Simpsons. The little meth head kid.
Look up Joe
that guy.
DiMaggio.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah,
see.
I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, this movie is all kinds of bad.
Goodbye, I never want to see you again.
All right, I saw See How They Run in theaters, and this is a whodunit movie. It's basically like an Agatha Christie story, literally, because they're watching one of her plays. So there's a production of one of her plays
Yeah, I
going
think
on,
I
right?
remember seeing
And the
trailer.
who was it? So there's a director who's been hired to adapt it into a movie, right? And during one of the screenings of the plays, the director gets killed, right? And you don't know who. Everybody in the cast and crew has a reason to do it, right? So it's about like this cop and his partner trying to solve this mystery, you know? But it's very funny. It's very comedic. It stars Sam Rockwell and Saoirse Ronan. You know that one girl that we all
Is
like?
it
Yeah,
Saoirse,
Saoirse, whatever. Yeah, she's great in it. And it's a really fun whodunit story.
Yeah, like I kind
There's
of
nothing
bummed that
else to say that it's super fun. You know, it's great. I loved it. I mean,
Wow, when a movie is an actual movie
Yeah.
that has things to say.
like it actually has story and fleshing out of characters and
Stuff
stuff.
happens.
Yes.
Crazy
Now
stuff.
that's what you want to go.
Not when you
Yeah.
make a is it iMovie with your pictures in your phone and then just put that up.
Oh my god, that's what it was. Can I go next? Sure.
Yeah.
I am also an in. Yeah, this was really fun, and it's one of those like, ooh, who done it? Only thing that's I figured it out, and
You
I
did?
hate. Yeah, I did.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, and I we figured it out. So it was kind of like, oh shit, but that helped because we figured it out so early that after we were just watching the movie and it's really funny and the characters are funny and it's like one of those like colorful like
It's like a Wes Anderson movie.
yes
No,
yes
like
Yeah,
I wanted
yeah.
to like I saw the trailer or whatever and like
yes.
it was like, oh, that might be on my list of like movies to watch for this.
But
You would watch
didn't.
it.
But
you would like it. You would like it. You would like it.
but like yeah, play it out towards the east side instead of only just the west side, people.
Make the fucking trip, bro.
That's true. It
Yeah,
only
it's
came
true.
out here
Yeah. It's annoying.
last 2 weeks or
Yeah.
something.
It
Yeah,
is
like
pretty
it's super
annoying.
I
freaking
saw
like
it in
limited.
Northridge. I
I'm
didn't
not
see it in
traveling to
Burbank.
Northridge.
I'm just saying it
gotta
did
camp-
venture out further than the hipster
That is
place.
it is pretty annoying though that
Yeah.
you have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But But we saw it and we didn't even know, right? Like we were just like, oh, I'm gonna watch this movie.
No, I
kinda.
wanted to watch it.
Oh, okay.
And we've been putting it off.
But it was a good watch.
Yeah, I mean, good movie. I did figure it out, and it's weird because I kind of just blindly pick who did it because I'm not good at guessing. But I was like, oh, okay, this one kind of makes sense, and so it didn't ruin the movie for me though.
Yeah, it didn't. Right?
Yeah,
It made
and
it
I was still kind of
fun.
like, okay, like maybe it's not gonna be because everybody does have their reason to kill the dude, and it's hilarious.
Especially
Yeah.
like the
I
ending.
don't know,
Remember
it's
when
really
it was like it's already revealed and everything,
Yeah.
but it was still funny and
Still fun,
fun.
yeah,
it's still
yeah.
fun.
Super
Literally, Wes Anderson fan. Who directed this movie?
Yeah, yeah. It's like you could tell he like try to emulate like the style, a lot,
especially the driving.
he felt
parts.
it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a really fun movie. So yeah, it's a good watch. Gio,
Yeah, Gio.
is it out already or no?
I don't know.
Go into the brown parts of town, people.
Or maybe
Yeah,
make the
that'd be
effort.
nice.
to
no,
fucking
no,
go.
they.
No,
There's
AMC
plenty.
True,
is
it's
really
true.
because all we
It's
have out
true.
here is AMC,
He's right, he's
and
right.
AMC claims that they make movies better, and no, they literally ruin it.
Yeah.
And I think that we should all cancel
put
our
that-
AMC
No,
plan.
but here's the
No.
thing. Here's the thing. I'm not trying to be racist, but brown people don't
Don't
watch
watch.
movies like this.
It's
Look,
true.
I don't
So they're
care.
not gonna sell it
I
to
don't
people.
care.
They're not gonna fucking play it because nobody's gonna fucking go
Exactly.
see
It's
it.
a franchise.
They're gonna go
It's
watch.
a franchise.
They're gonna go
They've
watch.
already
fucking
paid for these
Right.
The
reels.
Fast and the
It's a
Furious.
franchise.
No.
It's a
It's true, it's
franchise.
true.
They're booking valuable space. They're gonna put Transformers 6 before
On
they
all
put
the
see how they.
screens?
Yes,
Yes,
because
No.
nobody over here is
But-
gonna go
but-
watch it.
but at
Right?
the-
Hipsters in Burbank.
Hey,
are.
hey, but when that came out, nothing
No.
was actually out, right?
No,
like, nothing
but
was
it
new.
finally came here
No,
because
that's
it
why.
took a while.
Yeah, and then people that have the cart or whatever, they literally don't care anymore. They're like, oh, I paid for this shit, so I'm gonna go watch anything, and they would watch this movie. So maybe they should start putting movies like
Yeah.
this. You know, they would just go, except for like. You know, that movie we saw and nobody was there.
You think anybody at Commerce is gonna go watch this movie?
Hell no.
Come on, man.
Nobody's gonna watch this.
You're not
I
gonna eat a
think so.
burrito.
I think so. Because
I'm good with the burrito.
no,
No.
because people go on Sundays there. That's just family day.
But it's family.
yes,
They're not.
but
they
it's,
could.
they go-
Señoras coming out of
because-
church are
yes,
not gonna go watch
because
See How They
everything
Run.
there gets subtitled in Spanish. You can see it in English and you can see it
No,
in Spanish,
hey, you
and
know
it's
what?
wild because you can see all the movies
right.
in Spanish. So yes. There's a fucking audience for it. Doesn't matter if it's the people going out Sunday because the tickets are $6.
And-
They're
and-
going to watch the
and
movies
you're right,
because
you're
they
right.
want to go to the movies.
Think about it. Not even the hipsters saw this movie.
Robert, I
This
need you
movie
to get your
bombed.
ass out of Burbank. Like,
No, but that's
no.
what I'm trying to say.
No, yeah,
even
yeah.
in the
Yeah.
theaters that they put it in,
They're not
nobody
gonna
went to
watch it.
see this
No,
movie.
who was in the theater with us?
I know, I understand, but it's a giant fucking franchise. They're like really not losing.
Yeah, and then at the same time,
They're
yeah,
not losing.
you're right. If they promote it in Commerce or something,
it's-
like they would go watch it. You're
it's
right.
not about promotion. It's just about
It is.
availability.
No, but at the same time, how
Because
would they
people
know
are
about
watching it in. It's not about promotion. You're at the theater because you want to see a movie. You don't
No.
care if it's Spider-Man, Transformers, or fucking Fast and Furious. You're gonna watch a movie because you're there.
No, these Mexicans are only watching shit they see in TV and the
No,
commercials.
they're not.
They are.
No.
They are. Nobody was
No.
in
That's why the movies are
Hereditary.
dying.
Remember
No.
Hereditary?
Everybody was in
Nobody
Hereditary.
No,
Everybody
we
was
saw
there.
it in Commerce. Nobody was there.
It was in Commerce.
Oh my God. No, it was in Commerce. I'm never gonna forget. I'm never gonna forget. It was in Commerce.
Gio
I
didn't
hate
watch
AMC.
Come on,
wanted to.
Gio.
Yeah.
Is
watch
AMC owned by
One of
Disney?
them.
No.
Hey, no,
It's
but
not?
honestly,
No,
we're
it's
gonna start stealing you. We're gonna be like, hey,
Yeah,
Gio, where
I'm
the
gonna
fuck
pick you
you
up.
doing?
Look, for tomorrow, the closest one, like if we wanted to go, it'd be Santa Anita.
How far is that from you? A drive?
20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes out that way.
Yeah, I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
it's
It's right
right
in
next to-
Northridge, which is 30 minutes away from me.
Was it
Pretty far.
yeah, is it the Americana?
For a movie? Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, for AMC within this area,
And Northridge is not a hipster
it's Santa
place.
Anita
It's
and
ghetto.
then the Americana. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Huh? Dang.
You guys have been there.
Yeah. Okay, but still, you know,
Just go watch it.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know where it's gonna be
Or
streaming.
maybe by
at.
this point, it's going to be on Amazon. You can rent it.
Amazon.
No, like
right?
I want to watch it. Like I couldn't get out there to watch it or whatever, but like I did want to watch it.
And have a drinking game and be like, oh, we're going to guess this person.
Because then, like, on top of that, like, you'll have some of them where, like, at weird-ass times, or like, what the fuck? Why is it that?
Yeah, and it's short. The movie's short, right? It's not even that super long.
It flies.
And, you know what's the best part? Like, honestly, like, this is fucking fun to me. The guy says at the end that, okay, you know who did it. Don't tell anybody, you know?
They talk to you.
Like,
break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome. And I'm
But
like,
nobody
nope.
saw it anyways. Nobody's gonna know.
Yeah. So
sucks.
it's cool.
Movies are dying.
Yeah. Real ones.
Yeah. Fucking Transformers.
Goodbye, I never want to see you again.
Okay, so our next movie is Bros.
Bros.
Bros. You saw it, right?
Uh-huh.
A guy with a podcast has no love life.
Ooh.
And then he
wants
falls in
spicy.
love. That's the movie. Oh, he's gay.
Oh, by the way, he's gay, just in case.
You don't
and
say.
so's Abraham Lincoln.
Yes. So me first? Yeah. Okay, so I am an in on this movie. This movie is so fun. And like there's so many jokes that like there were honestly like I'm not gonna like as a movie, like the acting is a little off, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's a what do you call it? Rom-com. You know?
One of those.
Yeah, so it's rom-coms are fun. Gio, come on. So I like rom-coms, So this is one of them. Obviously they're gay, so it's a little different. A little different for the kids out there,
For the kids.
or for the for the adults out there, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm
my
pretty sure
bad.
this is like
Kids are
rated
gay.
R
The
or
adults
something.
are the ones who are...
This movie is rated R.
Yeah, so it's not gonna be
It's a rated
kids.
R.
Why is it rated R?
Well,
There's a lot of.
there's a lot of shit talking in it.
Oh, does it get rated R for that?
Yeah,
Oh, I
You
didn't
can't.
know
You
that.
can only say fuck twice, right, or something.
I think
Like that.
PG-13.
Oh.
So you got to use them correctly.
So it's fun, and then like I love the idea of having like gay actors. Everything it's a cool little story, So I was super entertained watching it. The fans were entertained. I mean, I always call them fans, but the people in the theater super.
Oh, there were
entertained.
people in your.
Yeah.
People actually saw
Luckily,
this.
because there's, I know, I hear fucked up stories. It was a good watch. So, I highly recommend this. I know a lot of people are skipping it, but watch it. Sorry.
I'm also in, and I think I'm kind of like grading like positively because it's a gay movie,
On the
But-
gay curve.
Yeah, it's on the gay curve. I appreciate that they used gay actors, you
Yeah.
know, and I think that kind of like it comes at its own detriment because the acting's kind of stiff. Like even the main character Billy Eichner, like
Yeah, it's his first
it's
lead.
not exactly he's not exactly like a lead.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was funny. It was like hilarious. Rom-coms are not great just as a genre.
Yeah.
They lean
So I
on
don't think
cheese a lot.
Yeah, so I don't think it fails in that way. It's bad in the way that every rom-com is.
So
And
that's
I
perfect.
and I really like that it's like all gay.
It's over
I
the
don't
top,
know.
all the stereotypes.
Yeah.
And that
Things at
helps.
play.
That
Yeah.
helps the difference too, because you've seen it all. You've seen it.
It's a spin on what they've given you as the normal.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now it's like a little different, and it's fun.
Yeah, so that's my review. Robert, did you watch it?
I watched it, yeah. And I am also an in. I think this movie is exactly what
It
you guys
sells
said.
itself.
It's a romantic comedy. It has all the tropes. You know exactly what's gonna happen. It's Judd Apatow style romantic comedy, right?
I think he's a producer on
yeah,
this.
so it's gonna have all that dirty humor, that
Mm-hmm.
that you love in his movies. It's just with gay characters, right? And it works. It's like I I could see why romantic comedies are kind of shit on. They're all very formulaic and all that. But I like romantic comedies, know?
Yeah.
It's not a genre that I like being in there, and this one delivered,
Yeah.
The disappointing part is that I want to see it on opening day, But again, I went to Northridge. Northridge is not hipster. It's very ghetto, you know?
Yeah.
And there was like 2 other people in the theater.
Hey.
And this was opening night.
Maybe that's
So
why.
I imagine like in a rowdy crowd, like the jokes would have like landed harder, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
And there was a lot of jokes. So I was like, I feel like if I would have been gay, I would have gotten that more, you know?
Should have gone to West Hollywood.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, that was sad to be in an empty theater.
Dude, ours was
opening.
so fun. Like
Yeah.
the entire theater was like cackling. Like it was more than half full.
They got the gay
It
jokes
was- and
that
it
I
was-
didn't get. They were
Yeah.
just like laughing, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Dang, I must
And
have missed that."
I
one.
was surprised about that because it's Montebello. Like you get all the people from fucking East LA, and we know how
Yeah.
they feel about the gays. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm not the only one laughing? Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
It was fun, and then like it came to a point where
We're moving along
It was
as a
like,
society.
do you remember the sex scene?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so
Oh,
funny.
I missed it.
And then I kept
You missed
texting
it?
America.
I had to pee.
Yeah, and I texted America. I was
know,
like, "Get over here, get
I
your
was
ass
like, they're
over
calling
here."
in bed. I know what's gonna happen. I thought it was gonna be like in and out, you know? No.
Nah, dude, that shit was
Apparently
so funny.
You should have recorded it for her.
I know.
One thing
I
I'll
was
say
like,
is
"Get
that
your stupid
you
ass over
mentioned
here."
it, but
He literally texted me. He's like, "Get back! It's so funny."
the acting,
FaceTime.
Billy Eichner he's a funny guy, you know.
Yeah.
But this is a heavy lift for him.
Yeah,
being the
for
lead
sure.
in the movie, and him and his you know, his co-star. He's also not the best actor in the
No,
world.
Yeah.
he's not.
So yeah, you could critique it then that way, but I think even though yes, Billy Eichner is inexperienced in the lead role, I think he gives a valiant effort because there was some heavy lifting that
Yeah.
was like, oh, he pulled that off. You know, I
Yeah.
believe it.
I
You
think
know?
he like fits like half the time, and the other half it's a little bit like he's really trying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, because he did essentially write it for himself. He's
Yeah.
obviously there's a lot of him in it, you know,
Yeah.
so that helps. But I thought if you like romantic comedies, this is gonna deliver. There's
yeah,
no other
exactly,
way to say it. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good watch.
Unless you don't like the gays,
like
then
the
there's nothing you
Geo.
can do. Yeah,
But yeah, I highly recommend that one. It's a good watch.
it's a really funny movie.
Yeah.
Like I laughed out loud a lot of times.
And I learned that Lincoln was gay.
Yeah, you
He was
learn a lot
bi.
about gay. You know what? You know what? About, it's so funny about like how like they want to create a museum to show like the history that's been suppressed, right?
yeah.
I've been watching this docu-series on Shudder. It's called like Queer for Fear. It's about like you know LGBTQ
Q plus.
people like throughout time. I didn't know that Mary Shelley, the lady who wrote
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein, was gay.
Oh,
Yeah.
See,
And they talk about so many others, you know, and it's crazy. It like it blows your mind. Like they literally been and that's why like when people get mad, like why are they making this character gay? I was
They
like,
were
they've
all
been
along.
suppressed
They've been
Yeah.
here
for
the
so
whole
long.
time.
You just
Yeah.
don't know. It's been sanitized for you.
Yeah.
You know, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good watch.
Go watch.
Yes.
Go watch it.
Goodbye, I never wanna see you again.
I do want to see it again.
Do we have anything else?
Can I do a
Smiles or
quickie before we do that one?
Yeah.
I saw this is a streamer on Netflix.
Would you call this a baby review?
No,
Okay.
this one is called The Munsters. Ooh.
Oh shit.
And it's the Rob Zombie directed, you know, reboot of the show, I guess. This was
Interesting.
you could barely say it was a movie. I don't know what this was. You know what this was? You know when you go to like horror nights or just like any theme park, right? And you're in line
Yes.
and they have a video.
And
Oh, so like
It's
a,
you
like
know,
just
it's
like the cinematic.
Hey guys, like we gotta prepare for this. It's like so cheesy and like you can tell the
Over the
sets are
top,
like, but
yeah.
that's fine in a 20-minute queue, right? When you're waiting in line.
Unless it's looping and
This
looping. And
this is a movie that you're trying to watch. It's like, wait, this isn't real. None of this feels.
This has a budget.
So it's not
So-
a movie that you go to the theater to watch
No,
because
it's
it's a movie?
not. It's
You know,
not.
my favorite thing about the movie is like it feels like a movie.
It's the opposite of that. Okay, so this is the delete set.
Break feels good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, but it didn't. I wasn't in the theater. Look,
is the-
man, like to be
take out the
to
trash.
try to be, yeah, it's
This is
It's time to
the
take out the trash.
this is the track of Bill Clinton saying I did not have sexual relations that you get on your iPod after trying to download some other song.
yeah. It's just look to try to like critique it a little bit, you know. I could kind of see almost what Rob Zombie had in mind, maybe, right? You could say that this is like a really campy thing. He wanted to make the characters like a cartoon, so he lit it in this weird way where everything is like super
because that
saturated.
trailer was
Yeah.
It just
But here's the thing.
didn't sell it well.
Look, I've always said I don't like his movies, Rob Zombie, but I respect him as a filmmaker. I really think, even though some of his acting, his actors aren't very good, I really thought that he was a person with a vision, right? And he was able to execute it. Even though I didn't like it, I don't like
his personal vision.
It was executed by a filmmaker. Until I saw this, because this was not made by a filmmaker. This is made by some amateur.
This is a fanboy.
Because you can't hide behind the campiness. You can't hide behind it and say, "Oh, we're just trying to make it fun." Because at the end of the day, no matter if it's campy or serious or Nolan or whatever, you have to believe that the characters in this movie live in the world that they're in, right? Regardless if it's campy, regardless if it's serious or whatever. You never believe that in one instance. And that's what makes it fall apart. If you had truly believed that these characters embody this world, then you could find it fun. And you could tell that's what he's trying to go for. But he misses it by a mile. Not even a mile. He's so far off. And it's appalling, really.
I was like,
did you guys watch it?
I watched it. So
when I heard this was happening, I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Okay, so I know exactly what you're saying. They do these fast okay, I'm gonna delete as well. Sorry. Deleted. Dude, they do these fast edits that are like so fucking cartoony and like campy. It's so bad that if you really think about it, you remember the Addams Family, right?
yeah, like the 90s one, right?
Yeah. So the Addams Family is like a real movie or something.
Yeah.
Like it has a real story.
That
and
has camp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But it's just
But it plays well.
and it has a real story to it. This one, even the Flintstones. You remember the Flintstones?
Yeah.
It's so campy and it has a real story to it.
The first one was better. Viva Rock Vegas. No.
I like both of them. So this one was like, I don't know what the fuck this was. Like legit, like I wanted it to end now, and it just kept going, right?
It was like, you think, oh, okay, they're doing like a 25-minute short film.
Yes.
If they're doing this. No.
But no, it's like a real movie.
There's no story. There's nothing. There's not a thread of anything that could possibly be called a story in this.
Nothing.
What's supposedly
It's
is
supposed to
the
be.
story?
what's
It's a
the sequence
prequel.
of events?
It's a prequel to the show, right? The show is about a family of monsters, the
Yeah.
Munsters, right?
Yeah.
This movie is essentially Herman and the girl meeting,
Yeah.
and falling in love.
Oh.
That's
Stupidly in
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah.
Like it's not
That's
even
essentially
like,
what it's about.
Yeah. And it's so
Sounds
dumb.
boring as hell.
Yeah, and it like
And it all had to be neon?
I don't know why you did that.
I don't know, man, but this is complete trash.
And this was announced by Universal. It was supposed to be in theaters, and I imagine
They saw this shit.
it,
Yeah.
and they were horrified
Yeah.
at what they saw.
They're like, what,
And they
Peacock?
said,
Was this
let's.
They're like,
No,
never
it's on
mind.
Netflix.
Oh, it's on Netflix?
Yeah, they didn't even put it on their own streaming service.
I figured it was Peacock.
They
They're
buried
embarrassed?
it. It's not even in the top 10. You got to go to like the settings. You got to unlock like France.
Up,
You
down,
gotta,
down,
like,
left,
put a
right,
VPN that
PDA.
you're in France, and then you get it like in the corner.
They
you
threw their own
They
baby in the
buried this
dumpster?
shit.
Damn.
This was
Wow.
something. I would say if Blonde hadn't come out, this would be the worst movie of the year.
Yes, for sure.
Oh
For
shit! So it still has hope then.
No,
Yeah.
it's because Blonde is like really, really
Yeah.
bad. But this one is like, oh my god, it's a fucking car crash.
It's a train wreck.
Train
like a
wreck.
literal
Yeah.
train wreck.
Like I said,
know
like
it's
the-
not literally a train wreck, but it's a literal train wreck.
Goodbye, I never want to see you again.
Finish it off.
Smile.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
A movie about a psychologist whose
Therapist. Right?
therapist
Oh, yeah. I remember
I don't
seeing
know.
the trailer to this.
whose clients smile and then die.
I guess so. Yeah, that's what. It
Yeah.
is.
I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, we've seen the whole movie. What's gonna happen?
Yeah, 'cause,
But
like,
I was terrified of the trailer.
like I say,
Yeah.
based off of the trailer, there's some sort of demon
Even-
possession
Yeah.
going
Oh,
on.
this might be too scary for you, Gio. Can I go first? I guess
Yeah, sure.
I am.
Oh, this looks like a now.
This one's a little hard. You guys might convince me, but I might be an in on this one.
Made you smile.
Yeah, because when I saw the trailer, I thought it was like really, really corny. The trailer seemed corny as fuck. I don't know if you remember the trailer. Do you remember the trailer? Do you remember? Yeah. Where like
You're
the
gonna
guy,
die.
you're gonna die. It's so fucking corny, and I was like, dude, this movie's gonna fucking suck. But I'm gonna watch it, you know. And it gave us more than that, you know. So it was okay. It's just the main character just starts going crazy right away. I keep snapping. Sorry, guys. She keeps going like. There's, I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's really no buildup. It's just happening, and it. I don't know. I don't know when it's like when is it?
I mean, there's no buildup of stuff is happening.
No, like I don't know how to explain
there's no
that.
payoff.
No, I don't know how to explain it. Like something happens, but she's already like crazy for some reason, or like it's. I guess there's a buildup, but I just missed it, or something's up with this movie where it didn't do it right, where I didn't feel anything really. But there's more to it that it was kind of fun. It became kind of fun because it was just like I don't even know when was it fun.
Yeah, what made it fun?
I guess the shit. There's no
You went to
kills.
the theater?
There's no kills. What the fuck? You're convincing me, Gio.
No, but that's the thing. He's got to sell me the movie, the person that I haven't seen.
Yeah,
it.
like I'm trying
So
to
that's
remember. I guess
Like, why am I gonna want to watch it?
Popcorn was good.
Well, can I go next?
Yeah, just go.
Well,
go next. I try to remember this.
Yeah,
shit.
let's see if you can
sure,
recoup some
sure.
All right,
words.
so
Someone give him a dictionary of
Because
thesaurus.
I might be an out on
so
this.
I'll get this out of the way. Right,
Okay.
I'm an in on this movie.
Okay.
But I'm the horror. I was gonna
Yeah.
watch this regardless.
You-
right?
you also-
I will
you-
say I have
You
an-
grade on the curve on horror.
Yes.
Yes.
So I have an interesting backstory to my lead up to this movie.
Who do you know in this movie?
About about a year ago, my nephew texted me. He's like, "Hey, have you heard of this movie called whatever? I don't even remember." Right? I was like, "No." He's like, "I just saw it at one of those screenings where like those test screenings."
yeah.
Yeah.
Burbank.
Yeah, I don't know if it was in Burbank, but he's like,
Most likely.
He's like, it's literally one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. I was like, what the fuck? I started looking it up. And I couldn't even find the name of it yet,
Oh,
right?
nice.
It's still in
He's like,
production.
just keep an eye out for it. I was like, all right, because he didn't even tell me what it was about, right? And then saw the trailer. The trailer was super good. I was like, dude, this is a horror movie. This is what I want. Want to go see this cheesiness. I just want to be scared. It's like the reason why you go to horror nights, right? You just want to be like, ooh, scared. And he's like, yeah, that's the movie. I was like, no shit, right? So the movie is about this therapist, right? She's like works like in like one of those like free clinics that like crazy like homeless people go to, right? One day a girl goes in there and she's like, doc, I'm seeing things, right? She's like, oh my god, something's gonna kill me, and she ends up fucking killing herself. But before that, she's just like smiling at her, right? After this happens, the therapist goes home, and then she starts kind of seeing like crazy shit. So she kind of starts going crazy. She comes to find out that she's actually been possessed by a demon that possesses you by like it possesses you, it makes you go crazy, and then it makes you kill yourself. And then
it's
if
passed
somebody
on.
sees you kill yourself, it's passed on to that next person, right?
So they have to
it's
actually
basically-
physically see you?
It's kind of like The Ring. If you remember, you watch the video, you have 7 days, and she has to solve the mystery before she dies, right?
Okay.
It's basically that. So that I think that's what makes it a lot of fun. Now, I will say, this movie is not like Barbarian. It's not like Pearl, where it's like actually like
Fun.
it's like this movie's more like sugar than an actual meal. It's very fun. It's scary. It has a lot of jump scares. It's more like The Conjuring than The Exorcist.
So this one allows you to kind of check out.
It's the fun house. Yeah, you just check out. You watch this adventure. I will say, I'm an in, but I was a bit disappointed by like the third act, the ending.
okay.
It was like really spooky. I got like scared. The lady next to me laughed at me because like I jumped at one part. But by the end of it, I was like, oh, it was so good, and then it just didn't really know how to stick the
So
landing.
the payoff.
Payoff was kind of, man. But I think it does enough for like an audience that just wants to go be scared. The audience that goes to horror nights, you're gonna have a great time in this one because it does deliver.
Okay.
Kind.
America.
Not really.
I'm on the really low end of an out.
So almost to the delete.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I was gonna hate it based on the trailer because I didn't like it.
Yeah, Robert.
And I think because I see that, and I'm not a horror person, you know, so I'm just like, oh, shut up, you know, like I'm not here for that. But it gave us more than the trailer promised. So like, oh, okay, like there's a story here, cool.
Yeah.
Like I'll go along for the ride, and it was pretty effective at scaring, like with the jump scares. But it just,
What's
that's kind of boring to me.
what's it keeping you from going lower? Like what's
'Cause
it?
it
What's the
was-
saving factor for you?
It was entertaining,
Somewhat effective,
ish.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you
You
did
know?
get scared, right?
Yeah. But I mean, it could scare me all night
Yeah.
long and still be trash.
Uh-huh.
You know?
That makes sense.
Like my scare bar is like really low. But it was like a little entertaining. It was very scary. So it was like, oh, okay. But it just wasn't enough for me. So
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to say, that like it, because it was kind of fun, you know, in a way. But I don't know if you got this, but for some reason, like the lady is like automatically like looking weird after.
It's very fast.
Fast.
She just goes from 0
it's
to
like,
100.
oh no,
Zero to
I saw
100.
someone murder themselves. I'm
And then
going
she
crazy.
looks,
I need pills.
she looks like already pale.
So there's like no time of like what's going on. It's just like she
Yeah.
almost
It
like
goes
no
straight
time
into
to
the
actually
yeah.
like reflect and be like, okay, what should I
there's
do?
no
Should I
detective
tell
work
somebody?
Nothing.
of like
No.
what's
There
going
is,
on.
but it like it's after the crazy.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
crazy because
Yeah.
like, and it didn't make me really like get close to the character that much. That's why. So it kind of threw me
It's got
off.
a whole weird thing too about like her fiance, boyfriend, husband, whoever he is, like kind of gets freaked out about the fact that she's seeing things now. So he's like, you gotta chill out, you know? And so she's like, oh, I can't trust you. But she never actually came to him for help, really.
And I haven't
kinda
slept for
screamed
days.
about him,
This shit's
yeah.
been like 3 days or something.
And then
So-
so she runs to the ex-boyfriend who's a cop, and then he's like, "Sure, I'll do anything for you."
Oh,
and then like
that old story.
yeah, and it's like,
over.
ew.
This isn't is it blonde?
Yeah.
But yeah, and
I don't know.
So-
like, what the hell is that? We don't need that.
Yeah, I would say the development of the characters is not anything profound, right?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
try, you know.
Did it?
But I would say if have you seen The Ring?
I don't know if I did or not.
What?
'Cause it's essentially, you could say it's a knockoff, right? It's the same thing, right? Something's gonna happen. She has to figure it out.
Yeah.
The Ring is very like deliberate. Like the character always like is even though she knows she's gonna die soon. She's very in control of like trying to figure
the
this
same
out.
days too.
right? Yeah,
Like around the same time.
Yeah, it's a ripoff.
4 days to 7, 4 to 7 days.
This one, like she sees a thing, and then immediately she starts like seeing things, and it makes her like go crazy.
Like right
And
away.
right away. So she never has a moment where like, wait, what's happening? Let me figure this
It's
out.
extra ineffective that she's a therapist because
Yeah.
she could probably, therapy herself a little.
Yeah.
Yes,
to let's be
exactly.
logical about this, but no.
But the
no.
movie is more concerned in like just jump scaring you. And I
Yeah.
think that's why it kind of skips that step.
Yes.
So it's not like deliberate. But I mean, like I said, for an audience that like wants to be scared,
You get
you want the
scared.
jump scares
Yes.
that are kind of earned, because
Yes.
I was like,
You get it.
But I want to, I know we're going to, whatever, spoiler or whatever. But, and to kind of like peel the curtain back a little bit in filmmaking. Like, because I was really disappointed by the third act. Like, by the time the monster came out, I was like, CGI.
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
What's going
you
on?
know?
Yeah.
It should have been like the one in Barbarian,
Oh,
yeah. I saw that. I was like, wow, it did such a good job throughout, and then just like, it didn't know what to do.
What was
right?
the monster? Was it trauma?
It was a demon.
Was it a demon?
Yeah, it was a demon.
And it was just like a smiling
Because remember,
demon?
she had to go back to her house, her childhood home, to like defeat it or something.
I don't know. Anyways, so I was like, I bet you that they changed the original ending. That the original ending was much better. right? So I text my nephew.
Yeah.
I was like, hey,
nephew.
saw the movie. I thought it was pretty good, but the ending let me down. He's like, yeah, like for me too. I even wrote that in the notes that they asked for, that saying like the ending wasn't that good. And I was like, well, what was the ending? And then I told him my ending. He's like, yeah, that's the ending.
Oh,
And I was like,
no.
what? He's like, the only difference was that when he saw it, it wasn't like a monster. It was a guy in a green suit. Because they hadn't finished the CGI yet.
Oh.
And I was like, I bet you the studio that got the notes and saying like the ending fucking sucked, it wasn't as scary as the rest of the movie, thought, well, that's because there was a guy in a green suit. We'll fix it with the monster, right?
Yeah.
But what you don't understand is that when you make it a CGI monster, it completely deflates any of the tension that you had.
Yes.
Because now you don't believe what's there.
Yeah.
No.
Right? Like, why
It
not just
fucks
get a
it up.
tall, weird-looking dude, put him in makeup, and have them come out?
Even
you know,
the Babadook.
Anything. You know, you would have bought that, even though it still wasn't a great ending. You would have bought that. You would have still, because from that point on, it wasn't scary,
No.
and I had been scared the whole time. And I was like, man, had you had that better, you would have really had something here. It's like, remember The Ring at the end? That's like literally the scariest part when the little girl comes out of the TV,
Oh, yeah.
right? This one, imagine that, but without that iconic scene. It just didn't have that thing to fully didn't have that knockout punch.
Yeah.
That knockout punch. And that was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, and like there's like scenes like the cat scene.
Cat scene?
Yeah.
We had the birthday party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was
I
funny.
was so confused.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, it's only been like 2 days or something.
Yeah.
And she's like losing her
She kind of
mind.
pops in and out of like delusions, right?
Yeah, and like it's like pops in and out of reality, and you never
Yeah.
know what's real or not.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so I don't know. I was already like kind of like, what the hell's going on from the beginning. So I wasn't even like,
Really?
but I did see the scares, you know, and I saw potential, you know. So by the end, they're going for a sequel. I saw that. You saw that.
Sure.
So there's gonna be more, Gio. If you're gonna watch some more.
Smile too.
Smile too, yeah.
Smile harder.
Dude, you know how they promoted it? You saw that?
Yeah.
They went to like stadiums.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
and
scary.
yeah, that is scary.
it's creepy. It's enough creepiness in there.
Yeah.
It could work, but I think they did something wrong.
I
But
just,
I'm still an
It
in,
was
but-
too. I don't know.
They had something though. They had
I
something.
think they tried to like add more meaning to something that was like very easy.
or they didn't have enough story or something because it's there like that whole symbol of like smiling and then you have people in the audience, like it could work. It's just how many people smiled? There were like 3 people that smiled in that whole movie, I think. Like, if you really think about it, it was like therapist, the girl in the beginning. Like, nobody really
The
smiled.
therapist, the guy who murdered someone instead of killing himself.
Yeah, but that was like not even really shown.
the cat,
The cat smiled.
not the cat, but in that scene, he sees that one
Oh,
girl.
the girl,
Yeah.
yeah. Because like there wasn't enough smile, probably. There wasn't enough
I
kills
didn't think that
either.
way.
There wasn't enough kills.
Is there a reason why the smile? Like, what's like?
There is, but we can't give it away.
Is there?
That's like the demon's thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like, is there?
trauma. I guess you're weak.
Was the demon some sort of like weird ass like
No,
tooth
they don't go
fairy or
that
something?
far.
Yeah,
back.
it's like
Yeah, they don't go that far.
like
back.
the lore of this
Yeah,
demon.
I'm
Yeah.
sure in part 2 you'll be like, oh, it was a clown.
No, but that's why I'm telling you that I
It
think
was
the
a
demon,
spaceship in the
the
sky.
demon is some like
Something
trauma
weird.
thing. Like I think that's they tried to infuse that theme in there, but it just
Yeah,
it was
I-
disconnected because she goes back to. Did she have
I
a
know.
bad child? She did have a bad childhood. She found
There's a
her
slightly
mother
out in it,
overdosed.
But I did.
So,
What? This is blonde or something?
yeah. And I think she burns the house or this,
This is a
did I
bunch of
make that up?
bullshit.
Her mother committed suicide when she was young, and they kind of allude to that throughout the movie.
and the sister
Right.
goes away.
Yeah.
She's older. I think she
And
goes into
the
foster
climax
care or
takes
something.
place at their childhood home. It's like
Yeah.
abandoned, yeah. So
I would be an out, but the fact that like I guess I heard people and in America being scared.
I
Like,
jumped. I'm telling you, the lady next to me laughed at me.
see, so like shit like that, so it could still work, and I could still probably watch
I
it.
still think it's a fun Halloween.
Like yeah,
watch,
right, like
you know? Yeah.
exactly. So that's why I'm still like an in, and it doesn't take as long as The Ring. The Ring fucking took forever.
So
The
kind
ring
of
is good.
piggybacking off of what you said about, is it your nephew
Mhm.
or whatnot? You can thank him for this, because apparently this movie was supposed to be a Paramount Plus stream movie,
Oh yeah.
but because it did so well in the test screenings, they ended up
Oh,
deciding
nice.
to go theatrical with it.
Yeah.
It's better watch.
The
like
crowd
that.
seemed into it.
That's
Yeah.
a better
Yeah.
watch. It's
Yeah,
a better
like,
watch like that.
it was enough for them to be like, hey, we can actually
we
probably
have something here.
yeah, we can turn a profit on this. Like it's like we don't have to bury it on a streaming service. We can
like
actually
the Munsters.
I actually miss those kind of things. You ever seen those? Like where you have to like.
No, I've never been to one.
Nah,
Me neither.
I done that like a couple of times.
I think it's weird
We
seeing
did
an
it.
unfinished movie.
We had some in college.
Yeah, but I never went.
I know I went.
I'll be like weirded out, saying like, "Here comes the monster!" It's like a guy with a tennis ball and shit.
You talk shit though. You can say
Oh, it
whatever
was
you
a
want.
scary movie that they did there.
But see,
Yeah.
we kind of know how movies are made, so we wouldn't be good
Yeah.
for those.
I guess. So.
You know?
I think I would.
No, but the thing is like you can fill in those blanks though. So I think that kind of helps too.
We wouldn't be good because
Yeah, I
that-
know it was. I don't think I could.
Yeah, because we
I
would
can't
be.
tell you what my favorite movie's about. Like
It
I
has to
obviously
be
would
for
not be
the
good.
audio, the other
Has to be
audience.
for normies.
Yeah, normies.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's true. Because I was just
So
talking
then
shit.
maybe I would be good at it.
I was like, wait, you gotta do this. You gotta, I was saying all this shit, and the movie still sucked. Okay,
Is that
I
it?
think that was everything.
that was it.
I
And,
believe so.
Gio,
Yeah,
you don't
that
have
was
anything,
everything.
right?
No, I think that's it. I think anything else I think goes into October.
Man, and it's crazy.
Overall, though, I think September picked up quite a bit.
Yeah, it did.
Finally.
And
Yeah.
we got like good ones, and we got really bad ones.
Yeah.
Like literally, probably our top
Yeah.
5 worst movies
Yeah.
in that
and
list.
maybe some made the top best.
Yeah, that's why. Well, I got one. So I don't know.
The Woman King.
We gotta watch it.
Oh man. So maybe no. No wait. November's next, right? No, October.
Bro.
October. Right?
So by our next recording, we will have watched Halloween Ends, which comes
Yeah.
out in
Oh.
what?
you
a
have to
week?
say your thing.
No.
Oh come on, the time.
I don't have the time, but I think it comes out next week. So
It is next week.
Yeah.
The 14th, yes.
I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
yeah,
I don't think I'm gonna have time.
No, you gotta watch it. We're gonna watch it for sure.
I'm gonna have to go Thursday night.
Damn, Thursday night. Damn.
All right. So that concludes our September movie roundup.
Yeah.
Hopefully you agree or disagree with some of our
There's-
views. Let us know. Hit us up on our socials. You can find those at podpage.com/inoutdelete. You can hit us up on there. You'd be able to find our Twitter, our Instagram, or even we're just you can download the podcast and you can let us know whether we are a bunch of idiots that don't know what we're talking about, or you
Yes.
totally agree with us, even though
No.
we're a bunch of idiots that don't know
Yes.
anything.
All I can say is that September is building up, and we got some good ones, and we got some really bad ones. So it's mixed right now. So it's getting good.
Yeah.
It's getting fun right now.
So make sure you tune in to our October movie roundup
Yeah.
to see what Robert's opinion will be on Halloween Ends.
Oh, the world is on its toes right now.
He's been counting down
the
whether
days.
good for either good or bad. He's been counting it down to see if
I just want
whether
it to end.
whether this can be
too.
redeemed or not. So tune in next time. Late.
You know, my favorite thing about the movie is like it feels like a movie.